Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make the BLT Ranch wraps, and this is going to be a 2-day lab. So on day 1, we are going to make the emulsification, which is the homemade ranch, and then on day 2, you're going to assemble it as an actual sandwich type wrap thing. So the first thing we're going to get started with is this homemade ranch. You're going to measure all your ingredients, and then you're going to be mixing it together. And homemade ranch is what's called an emulsification. So an emulsification, there's 2 types. A permanent emulsification and a semi-permanent. Semi-permanent is like Italian dressing. You have a combination of liquids and oil or fat, and you shake it up and it stays whole, but then it separates because the oil is heavier than the liquid. With an emulsification, you add egg yolk and then it makes it come together, like mayonnaise, ranch dressing. So we're going to show you how to make it. Now, it's a really long process. And it's important that you follow every step of the demo as well as your recipe to be successful. So the first thing, what makes this emulsification stay permanent, which is what you want it to do, is you are going to be using egg yolk, okay? So the egg yolk is what makes the emulsification marry or stay together, all right? Without that egg yolk, it will not combine. So what you're gonna do is just take that white out. So I know you know this, but the egg white is this gooey part underneath, and the yellow is the yolk, which is where all the fat is. Okay, so you're going to put that right in there. And you can just throw away the white. To that, you are going to add lemon juice and vinegar, so your acid ingredients. All right, so that goes right in there. And then you're going to add mustard, and we're using Dijon. You can use regular. And we need a 1/4 teaspoon of mustard, another acid ingredient. Okay, and with this, it's really important that it's exact. You don't want it to be, even though it's a savory recipe, it's not one of those, it's still science, so it's important that it's exact. All right, then what you're going to do, and then you're also going to add salt. So let me just take my salt. Okay, and then you are going to whisk this together until it's bright yellow. Okay, so we will be right back. We're back, and I am going to, with whisking this, I'm going to start with this, about a 1/4 teaspoon of the oil, okay? I'm going to drop it in, and then I'm going to whisk it, okay? Now, when you're whisking this, you're going to want to take turns with your partner because you need to incorporate air or it will not work. So as I'm moving my bowl and I'm moving this back and forth, I'm incorporating as much air as possible, all right? So as soon as that is there, you're going to start adding in about a 1/4 cup of the oil, okay? When you do this, if you add all the oil at once, it is going to not become a thick mixture that you want it to. So I'm just going to start with just a little, like so, okay? And then I'm going to stop, and you can see, now I'm going to keep mixing. Okay? And I will be back and show you what it looks like, what it should look like after a 1/4 cup has been incorporated. We're back, and now you can see that our emulsification, it's permanent. It has stayed together. If you're just separated, then you incorporated the oil too quickly. So I still have a little bit of oil left, and if yours did separate, you need to start over because there's no saving it at this point. It's science. So when you're doing this, you need to make sure you're doing it with your partner, and you want to incorporate the rest into a steady stream. And you can see how it like separates out? You have to incorporate that air, and that's how it stays whole. And it should not separate under any circumstances. Okay, so we'll be right back. And here is our what your mixture should look like. So essentially at this point you have mayonnaise. And if it's not white, if it's separated, you messed it up, okay? So the next thing you're going to add in is your sour cream. We have this pre-measured, so I'm just going to squeeze it in from the baggie, just because then you get every last bit out of there, all right? And then we're gonna add in there's tons of spices in here. So we have chives, dry parsley, dill, garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper, and that will give you your ranch spread or dressing, okay? So then you're going to mix this all together, just like so. All right, now it's going to be, this is pretty thick. So say you wanted to use this exact recipe, like we're doing it as a spread, so that's why it's thick, so it's totally good. But if you were doing this and you want to put it on salad dressing, you can thin it out with just a little bit of water, and it will just thin it, and it will taste just fine because you're only adding a little. All right, so we'll be back to show you the wrap. We are on day 2 of the BLT Ranch wraps. So now I'm going to assemble. So you're going to have a whole wheat or a regular flour tortilla, and it should be about 12 inches, 10 to 12 inches. And we're going to put about a tablespoon right in the center of our tortilla, and then we're going to wrap it around, or we're going to spread it around, just like so. Okay. And you're going to want to leave about 1 inch circumference around the tortilla. Then the next thing you are going to do is we are going to spread our cheese, and each pair is going to get a half cup of cheese, so about a 1/4 cup per pair. We're just going to, that's the rest of this. Okay. Don't take extra because we won't have enough for the other classes. And then we are going to put down our bacon, and each pair is going to get 6 slices, which is 3 slices of bacon per wrap. And we're gonna leave it whole. If you want to chop it, that's fine. I like leaving things whole because it's going to stay in there as you're biting it rather than falling all over the place. Then I'm just gonna grab out 1 piece of romaine lettuce, and I've already sliced our tomatoes. And I'm gonna put 2 tomatoes right on there, and they're just Roma tomatoes, and I did them about a 1/4 inch thick. You can do it on a mandolin, you could do it with a knife, whatever you're most comfortable with. And then I'm going to take my lettuce, 1 whole leaf, and I'm going to cut it directly in half, and then I'm going to put it right on, like so. The center where the heart was, I'm just putting it towards the outside, like that. Then, to roll it, we are going to go up like that, and then up like that. And it's almost like you're rolling a burrito. So I have both sides inward, and then you are going to fold it over, and you're going to roll, and you want it to be very, very tight. Okay? Then you're going to take 2 toothpicks and put it right like so. Okay? And then you're going to cut it on an angle. If we were in catering, we make these for luncheons, and we wrap it in deli wrap. So if your teacher has that available for you, you can use it if you want to take it to go. And then you can present, eat, and enjoy. Thank you.